Hello and welcome to OG Cars. As you can see, we're in IKEA car park because it's dark, because the clocks have gone back and it's dark at like 5 o'clock. But I bought a new car and I wanted to show you all, and here it is. So this is Axel, and Axel is a 1992 Citroen AX Highlight Edition, which, according to the not always reliable source of how many left, is one of only 3 that is left on the road, 20 altogether though. So the story of how this car came to be, it popped up on none other than Facebook Marketplace while I was looking for cars, as I always do, and I thought, that's 10 minutes away, I might have to have a look at that. And the previous owner was absolutely lovely. So basically, from when this car was about 2 or 3 years old, it was owned by her mum. And then sadly, she got dementia, so they took it on. So it has been family owned for the majority of its life. And whilst it's not the perfect cosmetically, it's cosmetically challenged in a few places, they have maintained it regardless of cost, which does show. I'll go through it in a little bit. But the plan with this car is to do him up. So sort out all of the cosmetic bits. And then it's basically a decision between if I keep this car or if I keep my Forum, which again, this one is on the road but needs work. The Forum is off the road and needs work. So they're both at different points. So I'll just do a little walk around of the car for you all. So if we start at the front, you've got the really sweet little cute end of the AX. And as people have always pointed out, since I bought the car, GW, the car actually has my initials in the plate, which was fun. I didn't spot that until after I had bought the car, funnily enough. Now with the Highlight Edition, you get these, so the amount of people on my Instagram who love the hubcaps, I do as well. They are not going anywhere. And with the Highlight Edition, as you can see, although slightly faded, especially on that dodgy panel, there are these little spots that come with the Highlight Edition. And you do always also get the Highlight badge here. You get the Highlight badge on the back. And you also get the Highlight badge on here as well. So as I said, being the Highlight Edition was one of the reasons that drew me to the car. I absolutely love the design, and although it is a bit faded on the car, my plan is to paint up the bits that need it and then to also get the stickers redone as well. I think you can probably also tell that these wheel trims on this side are a little bit warped. They're not bent. The cable ties have been put on them so tight, as you can see, that they've bent where the cable ties are, but cable ties haven't been put on this side. So that's how they should look. Again, ignoring the dodgy panel for a sec. And with the Highlight Edition, you do also get the spotty interior, which is lovely. This one is a little bit dirty, but aside that, I know you can't tell 100% with the lighting. The interior on this car is absolutely immaculate. It's so good. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. But the car's covered just over 80,000 miles, and based on the MOT, it averages about 2,000 miles a year. So when they took it off her mum, it was used by her son to go back and forth, and whenever the car needed work, the work was done. So whilst there is no history, I know in the last few years this car has had all the brakes done. It's had a new clutch, it's had gear linkages, it's had welding in the rear where it needs it. A big thumbs up in my opinion.
So you've been passed over to me now to talk about things that the car may need. So on the MOT advisories last year, it had advisories for the near side 2 tyres, and they were both replaced by the previous owner. Although we would like to do the 2 offside ones because they're a bit old, they're a bit worn, and we'd like to have the same brand tyres over the same axles. So that is the plan. Other plans with this car are get new plates, because the rear one, as you can see, while it's original, it is a little bit deteriorated, but we would like to get the original dealer plates remade up, and the front one's different anyway, so it'd be nice to keep them the same. The rear light, if you come up close, has tape on it, as it has a couple of cracks. You can hardly see in this light, but it does have a couple of areas here which are damaged. I think the near side one has a small crack as well, so we'll probably keep our eyes out for some rear lights. The other thing that needs to be sorted is the paintwork. There's a few dents and scratches, so they will be looked at on both sides just to clean up the car and give it that better overall look. So we know the car has been looked after well, but we don't have any actual documentation at the moment. Previous owner is actually having a look for this, but while we don't know, we are going to do a good service on the car anyway. It probably needs one, you know, good oil change, spark plugs, that sort of thing. And we would like to change the alternator belt as well, as it is looking a bit deteriorated. It looks like it has timing covers as well, so I believe it is a timing belt engine. I haven't actually worked on one of these Citroens before, but it does look like quite a nice car to work on, so doing a timing belt should be nice and easy if it needs one. We'll obviously check what we have to see if it needs one, and obviously if we have nothing, we'll have to replace it anyway. But yes, it'll get a good service, a timing belt if it needs it, and an alternator belt too. Just to add, Georgina didn't actually let me come and see this car with her or anything. She did all of this on her own. She saw it on Marketplace. She did all the messaging herself. She went to see it herself. She gave me a FaceTime call while I was getting my car MOT'd and said, by the way, I'm going to look at this car. I might buy it. What do you think? And I gave her a couple of pointers. She looked around it and yeah, she hasn't actually bought too bad a car.
But yeah, as Owen mentioned, I've been using this since I bought it and I have ferried Owen around in it today. It drives really lovely. In fairness, it's a 4-speed gearbox and I don't feel like it's that strained. The last time I drove a 4-speed was when I had my very first classic Panda. And it's really nice to drive. We'll see how it is on the motorway because I've got to go and drop Owen home to Chippenham now. So that's going to be about an 130, 140 mile drive for it. So let's see how that does. But aside that, do stick around on the channel. We will have more videos on this car for sure, because it is going to be my daily driver over winter probably. You all know Kelly, the Skoda favourite. She does need some new fuel lines. It's not an immediate thing, but I think her insurance is about to come out. So this will take Kelly's place for now. And I'm really excited to get some work done to this and get it back to standard. So stick around on the channel. We've got plenty of other videos coming, including ones with this and other cars. And like, subscribe. We'd love to see you in other videos. So thank you very much for watching.